In this video, we're going to show you the best Dane and Bearded Axes in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So, there are a lot of different weapons types. We're going to We've done a couple earlier videos about the best swords. Now we're going to talk about the Dane axes and the bearded axes. So the Dane axes are the big axes, the two-handed axes, and then the bearded axes are the small one-handed axes. We've upgraded all these to the mythical status, but we've also done all the 10 intermediate upgrades that involve iron, leather, and titanium. So you can see the max stats for this. So we got Lagatha's Axe, 155, Sepulchre Act, 145, Moonlight, 144, Voter's Bite, 159 attack, Rollo's Lost Dane Axe, 154, Ayla's Bardish, 144 attack, Bone Biter, 153, and 157 for Battle Sparth. So we're talking about 159 max and maybe like in the low 140s. But the speed of these axes are not super high, right? So just going through the speed, you can't swing the big axes that fast. Maybe the fastest is 140, is 40 for Ayla's Bardich, which is also one of the lowest attack axes. And then the bearded axes are actually much faster, but you actually don't have that much of a drop in terms of the speed. The good thing with the bearded, the Dane axes versus the bearded axes, they're going to have a bigger reach, and so that may be another thing to keep in mind. But you can definitely swing those bearded axes a lot faster. So we're looking in the 50s range here, but we're looking at attacks in the 129 to 130 range, right? And so looks like the Raider's Axe may be the fastest, among the fastest. Raider's Axe, Feared Axe is pretty slow. House Carl's in the middle. Varen's Axe is kind of slow. And the Bear Claw is pretty fast, but it doesn't have much attack. The Bear Claw comes with the Ultimate Edition, otherwise it's a Helix item. So we're only going to look at the axes that are in the main game. I don't think I have anything that I purchased from Retta's shop, which are essentially the Helix items. You can do the Retta quest for Opal, or you can spend real money for them. I don't ever spend real money for them, except for I did buy the Ultimate Edition, so I do have all the stuff associated with the Berserker set. So we've got the Lagatha's Axe is pretty good, 155 top line. And then if Moonlight was, I think Connect, you got that as a Connect reward. So if you're doing the Connect challenges, you might have enough points to buy that. And then we're looking at Battle Sparth, 157, pretty high. Voter's Bite may be the highest, 159. I don't think that there's a perfect one. I think also you see the weights are in the 12 to 14 range for these. So they all seem pretty similar. I would probably favor one that has a higher hit points, but I think it also just depends on your taste. So let's look at these different ones. This is Lagatha's Axe. This is Sepulchre Axe. We got Moonlight, which is a Connect challenge axe. Voter's Bite. Rollo's Lost Dane Axe. I think that's from the new installation of the River Raids. I think that was one of the weapon rewards from the second River Raids after 1.3.1. And then we got the Hemming's Axe. And Ayla's Bardich, and Bone Biter, and then let's look at Battle Sparth here. Battle Sparth is kind of weird looking. It looks kind of primitive. And then in terms of the bearded axes, we're talking about smaller axes. So first one is, we're looking at Varen's axe right here. So obviously Varen, if you've gone through the prologue, Varen is the father of Eivor. And then the House Carl's axe and the Broker's Bite. I think that may be from doing the mastery challenges. And then, so let's look at Broker's Bite. Yeah, it's got a speed of 52, 136. How does that compare? Like Varen's, so it's a little bit faster than Varen's, but a little less. So that seems pretty good. I kind of like Broker's Bite there. I think you buy that through the mastery challenges. And then the Raider's axe, here we go. And the Feared axe is kind of plain looking, mythical bearded axe, but it's got a high attack but a low speed. And then the Bear Claw, you'd get that as part of the Ultimate Edition, or you get that through Reddit Shop or the Helix store. So that is the only one that kind of has a paywall outside of the base game. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Overall, I would say that I don't think any of the axes are the best weapons in the game, but you might want to have one. You might like the animations with it or the play style associated with it, and so go ahead and do it. I don't think there's a huge amount of difference between the best and worst, or at least most weapons in the game. Now, there may be a huge difference between the best weapon and a mediocre weapon, but I don't think any odds are that you're probably playing with a mediocre weapon. So if you like the axes better than just kind of a mediocre sword or a mediocre spear, then you probably are going to be playing okay and having a lot of fun.